Finale, 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 finale.
Pete, this is awesome.
Oh, Clark, hey. Good to see you among the living, man. Check it out. It's the latest talent mix.
Thanks, Pete.
Good to see you all among the living. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Talon Mix. It is a Smallville recap podcast. I'm Brian. Zach is here. Fuck season 6.
This finale is the equivalent of taking season 6 out back and shooting it.
It's for us, clearly for the writers.
It really is like everyone is stumbling to the finish line here. Like, let's just get through this is the word of the day.
It's it's not uncommon for Smallville storylines to kind of get wrapped up in a I don't fucking know kind of way. This is the hardest they've ever done that.
It really is just we're sweating in this episode to make this work.
It's the amount of you see, I did that because of this, and it makes sense, see? It's it's the most will it make this be, if I just nod and agree that makes sense, will this be over?
Also, it's like the most low stakes finale we've had yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got season 1, we get a tornado. Season 2, we get a miscarriage or whatever. We get all that shit happening. Lex crashes on an island.
Yeah, right.
Season 3, Lionel's taking everyone out. Season 4 is the meteor shower. Season 5, Zod is here. And this, there's a dam. The big thing is Lana dies, which maybe would be a big moment if A, she hadn't already died on the show before.
We've done that one.
Or B, 1% of the audience even believe that she was dead.
Right.
Which is not the case. 0% of people watching this think she's dead when she dies. You know, the fucking bus or whatever drives in front of.
Yeah. Right.
We'll get to it, but there's just no tension. And they think all the excitement is coming from finally this stuff with Lex and Lana and Clark is coming to a head, but we're all so over it 10 episodes ago.
Yeah, 100%.
The scene where Clark finally tells Lana that he's an alien and she's like, oh, it's okay. It did nothing.
No, and I think it did more for me the first time I saw it.
Probably, yeah.
It's this time was just I was doing dishes while I was watching this episode, and I didn't turn to I didn't especially stop to pay attention. It's scrubbing.
Yeah, she knows most of the important stuff by this point.
Right. And he still doesn't get to the. Oh, we'll talk about it.
We'll talk about that, Brian. We'll talk about that. I know exactly what you're referring to.
I'll also, I won't spoil it here in case anyone isn't familiar. Another major Superman character, villain, appears in this episode, except not at all.
Kind of, not really.
Not at all.
No.
Not in any way.
In name only. And
even then,
not even that.
It's 2007, and we don't do that. We don't do fun things like fun villain names.
What they do is way worse.
100%. Oh, 100%.
They don't say his name. They almost say his name in what is, I think, the worst line in the history of this show.
It don't make no sense. It also don't make no sense. All right, everybody. This week we watched Phantom. It's the 22nd and final episode in the 6th season of Smallville.
It opens with something I love, though. I love a good season finale, previously on recap.
Love it.
Where we get the whole season of a show.
Yeah. And
in montage. That's always good.
It's not a very long one or interesting one, but yes, I do like it in theory.
See, I was going to say, made the season seem a lot more exciting than it was.
You could have just shown me that. I didn't have to watch this fucking show.
honestly, after Green Arrow leaves, you could have shown me that, and it would have been great.
Yeah. There's a wrestling show called This Week that streams on Peacock, and it basically just turns 6 hours of wrestling content into 1 45-minute. This is what happened. And sometimes
Perfect.
the show's not doing great, and sometimes I just watch that. Like, hey, this guy did a cool flip. This guy's mad at this guy. All I need.
When Lost was on, it was, one of the first, like, heavily serialized where, like, if you missed something, you were fucked shows. So every season, they would do, like, 4 or 5 an hour long before the new episode. They would have just montage recap of, like, this is what's been going on in case you missed, because
this is on an
like
ABC an hour, like this is on ABC at like 8 o'clock.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there's no other way to watch it. So.
Should have done a fucking Lost podcast. The fuck were we thinking? Lost doesn't have lows like this show does.
Oh no. The lowest lows in Lost are still pretty high.
Right.
There's To be fair, the Smallville people aren't getting Lost money though. Either.
No. Man, Lost still bangs. Someday let's do Lost.
I love Lost.
All right, getting into the recap here. In a remote cabin in Baie Saint Paul, Quebec, Canada, a woman is caring for a sick loved one. I was waiting for this. I was like, did I miss like a year date time plate here that this is something in the past, or are we just like in the strange swamplands of Quebec? Like,
and this old man is fucking creepy in this scene.
Yeah. There's some okay stuff here.
They do a good job with this old man.
She is visited by a stranger who is the Martian Manhunter and leads him to her ailing father. He has tracked down the final Phantom. Name redacted. They just give a name here up front. I'm going to redact that to the end for anyone who doesn't know. The final Phantom, which is inhabiting the old man. The priest is attempting to exorcise the creature, and when Martian Manhunter takes over, he is severely wounded and punched through the roof by the Phantom, by the old man Phantom. Once again, redacting the name that they're just using very liberally. Unable to defeat the Phantom, he flies away in a streak of red light. Just then, the Phantom tries to leave as Lex's 33.1 soldiers burst into the cabin from all sides. When Lex orders them to stun it, the Phantom leaves the human he is possessing through the chest and vanishes. There's a good bit of goopy, like, punching through a guy bit. There's some goop.
Right, yeah. There's goop. The old man has, like, just pure black eyes, which is really creepy. I want to be clear about something. I like Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
I like the character. I like the actor. Sorry excuse for fill in for Green Arrow and the team returning.
Oh, yeah.
Just having Martian Manhunter show up, it's not as exciting as having Green Arrow and all them return.
Do you think just someone was the holdout? I don't believe you couldn't get fucking Cyborg or Flash or like...
Oh no, I think it was Green Arrow. I think that guy he's got charisma, he's talented. I'm sure he had another project or something, would be my guess.
I still think you should have done whatever you were going to do with whoever you could get,
just without him. Just get
Cuz now we also don't have him and we have this instead.
I mean, you can't do I'm creating an army storyline and then never do battle with the army. Right?
Never happened.
That can't be, or you can, but that can't be part of the plan originally. Like when you plant the seed of we're creating an army.
Obviously there was meant to be Chekhov's fucking army here. Sometimes the army doesn't get fought. Martha is preparing to move away from Smallville to Washington, D.C. to take Ed Burke's senatorial seat. Martha tells Clark that he doesn't have to stay on the farm if he doesn't want to. Clark protests, saying the farm is the only home he's ever known, and he wants to be the one to take care of it. Clark hugs her goodbye and promises to visit her. Yeah, it's a 2-second fucking run for you. This is no relationship with your mother
This is
change
nothing.
here. This is nothing.
But it's the Pete situation all over again.
Yeah.
There's no tension here. Just go say hi.
Pete at least doesn't want to be involved with Clark anymore. There's
True.
But like for you, Clark, this is not like you can still have dinner with your mom every fucking night if you want. If you want. You shouldn't. You're a grown man. Be your own man. But
Yeah. Go visit once a week or whatever.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
You have your dinner night. Yeah.
Okay, Lex is on the phone demanding the. Is that it for Martha? Do we have any other Martha this episode?
I don't think so. Is that her exit from the show? That scene?
Yeah. Does she show up at all as in guest spots?
From what I remember, once she leaves the show, she comes back, I think 2 other times or something like that.
Okay,
So
okay.
she does, but not a lot, and it's not for a while.
Wow. Interesting. I wouldn't have been. I'd be less surprised to see her just get bumped down to like a special guest, a couple times. Interesting. Okay. Lex is on the phone demanding the eyes of every man, woman, and child be inspected. He claims that the creature's blood is the only way he can restart his army. Lionel arrives, and Lex wonders out loud if Lana stole the DVD from his library. Lex maintains that Lana loves him and would never betray him nor cheat on him unless she is being coerced. Lionel goes on to say that the only reason Lana agreed to marry Lex was because Lionel gave her a gentle but very firm nudge.
Lionel destroys Lex in this scene.
It's
Just as like he goes from 0 to 100 because Lex is like, yeah, my wife loves me, and Lionel's like, you know what? I
Nah,
have
brother.
something to tell you.
Hey, brother. Nah. Oh, big guy. Oh, my big boy.
Oh,
No.
sorry, man. Yeah, I threatened to kill the person she really loves so that she would marry you.
Yeah.
You fucking idiot.
You fucking dork. He even has a line here of like, you don't know a lot about women. Maybe it's because your mom died. Hey, Lionel, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's unlike Lionel to put all his cards on the table like that, but he's like, you know what? Fuck this kid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna torch him. I'm gonna torch him right here.
Just like the end of the fucking thing, man.
I'm just gonna blaze this kid.
Lex tells Lionel that he wants him out of his life.
A fair response.
Yeah, you know, it's I can see where Lex is coming from. Okay, Chloe finds Lois at the Talon after pulling an all-nighter of an investigation. Lois is trying to figure out the meaning of an 8-digit number that Wes Keenan was repeating when he died. I don't remember that. Chloe warns her that in her experience, she will probably not win going against the Luthers, and more likely to get hurt in the process. Lois pretends to agree. She says she will stop investigating and rips the paper with the numbers in half. Proud of her cousin, Chloe exits, and Lois looks at the numbers again in their split form and realizes that they are latitude and longitude coordinates. And we know that because Lois goes, longitude and latitude.
Yeah, and she also goes, duh, because it is a little ridiculous that she spent like 6 hours and didn't,
Correct.
figure that out at some point.
Meanwhile, Clark finds Lana waiting in the loft for him. She tells him she's leaving Lex. Clark is shocked and admits that he's not sorry. Lana announces she is also leaving Smallville and wanted to say goodbye and tell Clark she will always love him. Once again, you can go wherever. Guess what? Yeah, hey, where are you going?
Great, yeah.
Anywhere is a pretty easy commutable distance for ya boy. Clark says he can protect her from anything, and Lana simply
Oh,
says,
stop.
I've stopped.
He says, yes. He
That was
says,
me stopping.
you don't understand. I can protect you from anything. What about when you told her last time and she died because of Lex?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? This pisses me off.
So you fully
Whole reason-
stalled again for another 2 years because she died.
Yes. Yes. This has been your whole reason for not telling her, and all of a sudden you're like, no, fuck it, it's fine. I can
whatever.
protect you. I'm not gonna fuck up that many times in a row.
Come on,
It'll be
you can't.
fine.
What are the odds? What are the odds it happens again?
I'll just never leave your side. Stupid. I can protect you. You should be like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's where I was coming from.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I didn't tell you.
Yeah, I know.
That's kind of
Lana tells that she already knows about his powers. He tells her that he isn't from this planet. After a few moments of silence, he begs her to say something. Still silent, Lana walks up to him, kisses him, and whispers that to her, he's always the same Clark Kent. You know what doesn't come up?
Oh, Brian. Oh, pisses me off.
The
Unbelievable.
the meteor shower that, once again, I cannot stress enough. Fucking NBA Jam, he's on fire! Slam dunked her fucking parents. In the middle of fucking
pisses me
Smallville
off.
Main Street.
You've put off this scene for years. Finally did it in Reckoning. He didn't tell her about this fucking thing there. We don't
did
get
not.
the scene there. We get it again here. The tension was never she's going to judge him for being from another planet. That was never really the tension. Maybe like he thought about it in one episode or some shit.
Right.
The tension was him being there murdered her parents. That
Right.
was the tension of why he didn't want to tell her for so long. Other than the, I'm worried about protecting her and all that shit.
Yada,
But
yada,
this
yada.
was the big thing. You have to address it. You have to address it here,
You
Brian.
fucking monsters. And like, or lie. I'm like, yep, and I came down in a spaceship and I was dropped off and it had nothing to do with the meteor shower. They're not related
Right,
at all.
Yeah, kick the can down the road for
Yeah,
another.
yeah.
You have to reference it. And it would have been so easy because you could basically have the same thing where she's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's not your fault. It's
Right.
not your fault or something.
We could have had a real scene here, a real scene, rather than just like, oh yeah, seen this one before, actually.
I love the idea of the scene plays out exactly as it is. She's like, you're the same Clark Kent that I've always known. And then she's like, all right, I'll see you later. Starts walking away. And she's like, wait a
Hey,
second.
wait a fucking
She
minute.
puts it together. Hold on. When did you get here?
Swoosh.
What? What day
What
exactly
day?
did you
Hey,
land?
what method of transportation did you said your planet is gone?
Wait, meteor rocks. Is that you?
Is that you,
You
bitch? Is that
motherfucker.
you fucking son of a
Not
bitch? I'm gonna
only
fucking
am I responsible-
kill you. I know your weakness.
Not only is he responsible for her parents' death, he's also responsible in part for all the 300 people who have tried to stalk and kill her
Yep.
and have like ruined her life.
And like,
Oh.
now he's not responsible for them being stalker, creepy monsters, or like
No.
bad people, but he is semi sort of responsible for them having powers that made it easier for them to
Yes.
stalk and kidnap her.
He is the reason she has a permanent room available at the Smallville Medical Center.
Yes,
Just
the
Lana
the
Lana room.
Yes,
the Lana suite. Give him the Lana suite. She's
It's-
not in here today. We can use it.
it's like a handicap stall in a bathroom.
Smallville Medical always has to have one spare room for Lana
Yes.
ready to go.
Yes.
Oh, you're on the Friends of Clark program? Yeah, come right in. That's fine. Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
over here. Okay, Clark is happy, stating that since she knows the truth about him, Lana has no reason to leave. I'm not quite putting that together.
No.
I'm an alien. You don't gotta go. Okay. Okay.
I'm still in danger.
I'm still in danger. My rich husband who's crazy. I think I'm still in some danger.
Crazy billionaire husband. Yeah.
Crazy
Ooh.
billionaire husband who just needed fresh guards last week and had a, can't stress this enough, giant picture of you. Giant picture of you.
Also had a U.S. senator assassinated last week.
But you're an alien. That's awesome.
Lana.
It's so cool you're an alien.
You're an alien who definitely didn't kill my parents. It's great.
Definitely at no point fucking Shaquille O'Neal smashed the backboard on my fucking parents.
Oh, I'm so mad at the writers. I'm so mad.
Did it come up? Did it come up? Like, did they
Yeah, we don't have time. You have time. You had time.
You had time. I'll give you.
You could have cut other shit from this episode.
I'll give you my top 5 fucking scenes you could have cut from this episode to give me a couple extra minutes here.
You know what's funny? I knew that they never addressed it. I remembered that. But even so, when I was watching this scene, I was like, did I remember wrong? Maybe they will, because it seemed like that's where they were headed.
Yeah.
And then no. And they just said, nah, we don't want to deal with that.
Could this have been like, we're not going to do it in this scene, but like we could do it because now we have that for another time? Or did they just not fucking think about it?
I can't believe they wouldn't have at least mentioned it. Someone in the room raised their hand. Say, hey, remember the whole tension from this thing for the first 3 years, 4 years, 5 years was that he killed her parents and he felt bad about it.
I'm mad. I'm mad all over. I was mad.
I
was mad while I watched it, and then I calmed down,
annoying.
and I'm fucking furious again. So Lana says she knows about Clark's weakness, and when Clark asks how she knows, she doesn't respond. Clark asks if Lionel told her. She admits that Lionel threatened to kill Clark if she didn't marry Lex. Clark hugs her. We did also in this time do a Clark found her biological father storyline, and then just learned that Lana is unlovable and no one wants to be her parents. So actually, maybe it wasn't that big of a deal. Her aunt bailed. Biological father bailed. Lana might just suck.
I mean, she is damaged goods. I will tell you, she has been damaged.
Take this character and then put everything that happened to her and then bring her into the real world, and this is it. Just ooh.
No, she killed herself so long ago. It's not even. Sorry. There's no way.
There's
Brian.
no
You
way.
can't get kidnapped 17 times and still be around.
There's no way.
Oh. I mean, when she officially leaves the show, I think we need to go through and list all the terrible shit that's happened to her. Like that.
Yeah.
It'll be that'll be a whole episode.
I think we have an award ceremony just for the terrible shit that's happened to Lana.
That's a great idea.
Or at least like a
Yes,
top
the
5, or
post-Lana-
like a ranked.
The post-Lana wrap-up.
Yeah. Lana, Lana's getting her own episode, is all I'm going to say. And it's going to be some sort of ranking of the shit that's happened to Lana.
Oh my gosh. I'll have to go back in. Go do some research.
Yeah. Okay, at the mansion, Lana confronts Lex. She harshly accuses him of orchestrating a fake pregnancy to make her believe that she was pregnant and force her to marry him. I forgot about that. Lana's been holding on to that one. Lex claims...
I love it. Lex is like, I don't know. What? No.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
It's also just, it was, you pumped me full of hormones. Like, that was it. Like, it was kind of implied there'd be something more interesting or sinister or like...
Right. No. There was no sci-fi about it.
It was just... Lex was
hired
being
a
a
doctor
little...
to lie to me.
Was being a little scamp. Right, he just hired a doctor to lie to her.
Yeah,
That's
it's someone else's ultrasound they were watching.
it's my wife and I were talking about it today as I was watching Smallville. So Survivor Series was this past weekend when we're recording this. Big wrestling event, and one of the storylines was a wrestler, CM Punk, joined a team on the condition he'll have a favor moving forward. They win the match. He then hugs the manager and who's an old friend of his, and he's like, "I'm coming for that favor, by the way." And my wife looked at me and just went, the writers have no idea what that favor is, right? And I'm like, definitely not in a million years do they know what that is.
Absolutely
And it's
not.
like, I watched
No.
too much Smallville to now know like when a writer
Yes.
has no fucking idea what's
No.
happening next. And
I mean, when they first hint that there's something sinister about the pregnancy, you're thinking alien baby or some mutation. No, just a fake.
just
That's a fake
I mean, I think you summed it
sonogram.
up, which
Don't
is
worry
hired
about
a doctor to lie to
it. Like that plan could have so easily been thwarted. Like she goes to another doctor on her own without talking to you. You're fucked.
Yeah,
So many things could have gone wrong there.
I remember like when we were getting to this storyline, just being like, where the fuck does this go? And I don't remember because nowhere. It goes nowhere.
It goes absolutely nowhere. No, that's the thing about this season is we usually in a small season we throw like 10 balls in the air and maybe we catch 5 of them by the end of the season.
Yeah.
This one we dropped every single ball hit the ground.
Ball.
We didn't catch a ball. We didn't catch one ball. Oh. Yeah, there's just balls everywhere on the ground. Just all over, bouncing all over the place.
It's fucking funny. Lex claims she doesn't know what she's talking about. He says that she can't deny what they had together. Lana objects, saying that their whole relationship was built on lies. Lana, you gotta type, babe.
Yeah, our whole relationship is built on lies. Let me go. I'm gonna leave you for my new boyfriend, who's always telling the truth and stuff.
Yes. She says she wants to leave him, and Lex turns away, asking her if Clark is the reason. Lana protests, saying that Clark has nothing to do with it. Yes, I am gonna boink him though.
Yeah, he does a really creepy. He turns and shuts the door.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
You're not leaving. It's
She says pressing Clark has nothing to do with it, and then adds that Clark means more to her than Lex ever will. Enraged, Lex hits Lana across the face. No coming back from
cool.
that. That's bad guyery.
No, even for an assassin killing his own employees for tests. That's not cool.
That's not cool.
Not cool, man.
That's not cool.
Don't
This
do it.
podcast, that's our official stance. Don't do it.
Officially. Don't do that.
Don't
slap
do
Lana.
that. Don't slap Lana.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Lana.
Sure, that's our first merch. Don't slap Lana. That's gonna
Don't
be
slap
our first.
Lana. Lana snarls that it will be the last time Lex will touch her and tries to storm out, but Lex grabs her wrist.
Yeah, she was proven wrong real quick.
Yeah, no, just
that's the last time you'll ever touch me. He
Oops.
just grabs you right after that.
We'll
yeah,
see
you
about
should have
that.
said that when you were walking away, when
Yeah,
you
right.
had walked past him.
Now this is the last time.
Yeah, that's the second to last.
She asks Lex if he's going to kill her, since that's the only way Lex will keep her in their marriage. And she leaves. Okay, enough.
It's
scene.
fine. It was fine. They did their best with it. The problem is just that we're over it by the time it happens.
Yeah. Yep.
If that scene had happened 10 episodes ago, it would have been exciting, but we're just
This
the
episode.
ball has been bouncing on the floor for 10 episodes.
This episode overall can be summed up as a giant. Never mind. It's never mind.
Just have a good summer.
Yeah.
Okay, and we'll see you. We'll regroup. Okay,
Yeah.
we're gonna Supergirl. Supergirl's coming.
Clark confronts Lionel at Luthor Court Plaza and accuses him of forcing Lana to marry Lex and revealing his weakness. He's enraged and slams Lionel up against a wall. However, his assault isn't interrupted by the Martian Manhunter, who appears and just says, "Don't do that! Don't do that! It got reasons!"
Yeah, this is the scene where we're trying to explain away all of our loose ends. This scene here. We're trying to catch one of these balls and we don't.
Not
We're just doing it. We're like, hey, what? But he did it because the reason. It's a reason. There's a reason.
It all makes sense. It doesn't fucking make sense.
Doesn't matter.
This episode is 1,000% banking on the fact that I don't care.
It's almost like the episode turns to the audience and is like, I know, we just have to get through it. Like
if we want to do something else, we gotta.
Yeah, we gotta tie these up. I know you don't care, but we gotta tie it all up.
It was either this or Clark wakes up from a dream.
Right? Yeah.
Which would take
Clark
just as long.
Gets exiled again.
Yeah.
Once more.
Oh, I'd kill for It's Just a Dream when we get an awesome high school episode. That'd be great.
Yes.
Fuck.
He wakes up next to Alicia.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, Clark realizes Martian Manhunter is hurt, and he admits that the last Wraith is a Kryptonian laboratory experience that inhabits human bodies. However, they die in 24 hours, so the Wraith is searching for a Kryptonian host. He urges Clark to find the last Zoner. I mean,
it sounds like the worst plan. He's specifically looking for a Kryptonian host. You, the last Kryptonian, should be the one to go confront him.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Hey, Martian Manhunter, maybe, I mean, I get it, he's injured, but, like, maybe you could do something.
Well, can't Martian Manhunter leave and come back? And, like, we could, another day. That's one more body.
What's one more
It's
fucking
fine.
day? Right. And, like, hey, Oliver, I think this one's, like, pretty urgent.
Yeah.
You've been...
Yeah, 33.1 can wait, bro.
It's here. This is the big one. I know there's a bunch of satellite ones.
Right.
But, like, the big thing's happening. So, like, maybe come focus up. Or I don't know if we need all that cleanup crew when, like, I get it, you're just mopping up floors, but the guy making the mess is here.
Yeah. He's like, I'm on the moon having an adventure searching for ancient artifacts with a romantic interest. And we're having
that show sounds
really... My robot sidekick.
Fuck.
It's fucking sweet, dude. I cannot get there. I'm sorry.
God, fucking damn it. Clark and Chloe are at the Daily Planet investigating where the Zoner could be held. They learn that an 8-year-old boy with mysterious symptoms was collected in an unmarked helicopter and guess that he was taken by Luthor Corp. Clark goes to check it out before he leaves. He tells Chloe that he told Lana his secret, and her response was positive. Chloe says that Clark must be ecstatic, but Clark says he won't be completely happy until he catches the last Zoner. Lana's on the phone with Lionel, telling him that she is leaving Smallville and never coming back. Lionel asks her to wait before doing anything, but Lana replies that it's too late because Lex hit her. Lana runs toward her car as Lionel's vehicle pulls up. Lana then enters her car as a postal truck drives by, obscuring Lana's car from view. As the truck passes, the car explodes, knocking Lionel to the ground. Car destruction.
The most telegraphed. Oh, car destruction. I didn't even think about that.
I remember hearing, and it was my mom instilled in me from a youth. If you don't see them in TV, if you don't see them die, they're not dead.
No, especially if you see a mail truck drive in front of the screen for a few seconds.
Just borderline it's there for so long that like borderline a mailman could have been making a stop. And like
yeah. Ryan, This is unbelievable, but this is the first car destruction of the season.
Smallville.
How the mighty have fallen.
Just unbelievable.
Oh,
God forbid.
that's so depressing.
You know what I'd be interested in? How do season quality rank per, like, how do they scale
for each stat? Yeah,
for
each stat.
like things? Yeah, like are the best seasons the one with the most car destructions? I think there might be some juice to that.
When we get to the finale and like we're done, we're gonna have to go stat. We're gonna really dive into the stats.
Yeah, there might be another
Really. Pie charts.
There might be another
Pie
50 episodes of us just analyzing what the fuck we've just spent the last couple of years watching.
Oh shit!
We're not moving on to another show right away.
No. Absolutely not. We have to go back through and do season 1, and that we
There's a lot
we never posted.
Once we get through this, there's a lot still to do. We got all those comics too. I don't want to read them, but like I kind of do. Okay. Clark finds Lionel at the mansion and tells him what he knows about the unmarked helicopter. He then realizes that Lionel knows something, and Lionel informs him that Lana's car exploded. Visibly shaken, Clark is quiet for several minutes, and then decides that Lex had Lana killed to prevent her from leaving. Lionel urges him to stay, but Clark speeds away to Reeves's dam in a rage.
You and I are defenders of Tom Welling. We're fans.
Of course.
He just gets better and better in this show.
Correct.
Tough pairing him with John Glover for such an emotional scene, because John Glover is so good. And Tom Welling, he just can't get there. I mean, I think he was better last time Lana died. Probably.
Yeah, it's also hard if we've done this before.
Yes, we've had this scene before. John Glover's like so much better. It's uneven.
John Glover gives the same amount of shit as anybody else, maybe even a little less. John Glover's floor. Just absolutely.
It's other people's ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah. Above. It's
yes.
Above their ceiling.
Yes. It's his floor is in an apartment building several floors above.
Yeah.
A lot of people. It's how it is.
Yes.
The man can half-ass it, and for my money, it's still great. Like,
yeah. I mean, like, I would put this season as probably the weakest Lionel season we've had, and he's still
the best in it. Like,
he's still tops.
Yeah. Lois follows the coordinates to Reeves's dam and sneaks into the facility. Inside, she encounters a Luthor Corp security guard. After questioning her reasons for being there, he pulls out a gun! Lois manages to disarm the guard, who then brandishes a knife. A struggle ensues with Lois headbutting him, causing him to fall back and hit his head, knocking himself out.
Is this knife standard issue for a security guard? Like a knife?
Yeah.
Don't worry, there was an intruder, but I stabbed her to death.
Yeah.
I stabbed her to death. You do get a concussion. You just mentioned it.
Correct.
That brings our total to 15 for the season. That is our second lowest total for overall concussions in a season.
I was going to say 15, not bad. Wow, still second lowest.
Yes, yeah. Well, last season was a record 33.
That's so
concussions.
many. Wow. That's at least a headbutt an episode.
That's
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not before he stabs her in the abdomen. Yeah, son of a bitch. Just a security guard doing the stabbing. Pulling the knife out. Yeah, son of a bitch. I didn't even think of that. Pulling the knife out, Lois stumbles, and before she passes out, she is able to call Chloe. Chloe arrives at the dam to discover the unconscious Luthor Corp guard, the knife, and pools of blood. Following the blood...
Yes, I forgot about this. It might be the number one dropped ball loose plot thread that just gets paid off in the stupidest way.
Remind me, I have no
Get
idea
ready.
what.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
No, you're gonna read it right now.
Following the blood, she finds Lois unconscious and bleeding profusely. She tearfully begs Lois to wake up, but Lois does not respond. Chloe begins to cry, and a shining tear falls on Lois's forehead. After a burst of light, Lois wakes up to find Chloe leaning against a wall, now unresponsive. I was like, yeah, what the fuck is this?
Chloe, if you remember, we found out she's meteor infected, but we don't know what her power is.
Oh, shut up.
Her power is
Shut.
that her tears bring Lois back to life, but kill her.
Shut up.
You didn't get that?
I know I didn't put that together fucking at all. I was like, what the fuck am I looking at here?
Her power is that she heals people with her tears.
I fucking hate this show. I'm so done with this fucking TV show, Zach.
It definitely did not have that on the board when they were like, okay, so Chloe's meteor infected. They did not say her tears are going to bring us back to life.
Yeah. That's
Could
just
not have been it. Or the original plan.
God. Just make her fucking good at computers. Boom, done. And then
Make
it's
her
explained.
invisible. Invisibility.
Invisibility would have been great. Lex, Bartlett, and the project doctor are in the laboratory of the dam observing the captured Phantom in the boy's form. They take a blood sample to confirm that the Phantom is inhabiting the boy. But shortly after the sample is taken, the boy breaks out of the detainment room and kills Bartlett. Lex pushes the doctor into the path of the Wraith and leaves.
Why does Lex fuck the doctor over in here? Because the way it's staged, there's plenty of time for both of them to get out.
Yeah, but
Lex fucks this guy over
he's
so
evil,
hard.
you see.
I mean, wouldn't you want to save the doctor who knows how to do all the experiments?
That'd be
shit?
good.
I don't know. It was a weird move.
That'd be good. When Lex is nearing the exit, he is blindsided by Clark. Clark, furious over Lana's death, grabs Lex and demands to know why Lex did it. Lex claims he doesn't know what Clark is talking about. Clark tells him what happened to Lana, insinuating that it was orchestrated by Lex. When the boy appears at the end of the hall, Lex says it will kill them both. Clark lets him
I
go.
do appreciate that Lex is still like, Clark, get out of here. It'll kill us both. Like, he still loves Clark inside.
I wish we could see it
can't
more.
not love
I think
him.
it's fun to see it
know.
more in the TV show. That's mostly
Duality?
been about that.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Duality in
Yes,
characters? Would be
a certain characters who say one thing and then sort of show a different thing in their actions.
Yeah,
That'd be fun. It'd be fun to put these characters in situations together where those are demonstrated because it's fun.
Yes, it's really interesting to have him be like, I hate Clark, I hate Clark, I hate Clark. Clark, that guy's going to kill you. Get out of here. That is interesting. That is drama. That is character. I like that.
I like
Give
that.
me more of that.
I would love some more drama in this show that hasn't had much. It's I like melodrama. What I don't like is this, which is nothing.
No, yeah, this show is melodrama. Lean into it. That's what we've always said.
Yeah.
Lean into it. Give me the melodrama.
Give it to me.
Don't give me someone running in a hamster wheel for an entire season.
Truly. Clark lets him go and Lex runs away. Lex tries to escape, but his car is stopped on the dam by several police cruisers. They order him out of the vehicle and arrest him for the murder of Lana Luthor. Inside the dam, the Wraith leaves the boy's body. Clark uses the crystal of L on it, but it doesn't work. The Wraith changes, shattering the crystal, and hits Clark head on. Clark is knocked through several walls and is stunned. When he recovers, he finds an exact replica of himself. Bizarro. I'm making the jerk-off motion right now, because not... What's the line? Zach, would you mind
You're
doing
a comics guy.
Yeah.
You know better than me, but I know that this is not what Bizarro is.
So Bizarro is a alternate universe form of Superman, a sort of bizarre opposite universe.
Yeah,
When everything about Metropolis is opposite. Superman does good in our universe. He's a handsome man. Just a peak physical condition. He's kind of an ugly brute in Bizarro world. Superman does good. Bizarro does bad. It's just
Doesn't Bizarro talk backwards too or something?
Yes. It's just he does everything is opposite, and he's kind of a dummy. This is not that. This is Zach. Could you do a dramatic reading of the line?
Well, I will do a reading of the line, but this is essentially just a guy who looks like Clark. It's not Bizarro.
It's not Bizarro at all.
But they are officially want you to think we're doing Bizarro because not only is the next episode called Bizarro, but we get this wonderful line. Clark says, "What are you?" And the character that looks like him says, "I'm like you, just a little more bizarre." Which,
no,
I truly think that line is worse than when they use the R word. I think it's the worst line in the show's history. Worse than the homophobic line in the first episode. I think when we get done with this show and do the award for worst line, that's going to be tough to beat.
Because it's not even. Nothing about you is bizarre.
No, he's not bizarre. It's so forced in there just to be like Bizarro.
It's bizarre. It's just it's like the fucking remember Logan and like bad fucking Wolverine? It's just that. Fucking Logan.
Do you think Oh God, don't open the vault. Trump will come out.
Yeah.
Do you think they were like, if we don't have him say this stupid fucking line, and the fans will not get jacked? Whereas if we do, they'll be like, they're doing Bizarro. Whereas, because otherwise it's just a guy who it isn't Bizarro.
I think
don't do that line. It isn't Bizarro.
I think it's 2007. We are in between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, and like comic book movies are like being serious and cool and serious. And I think this is the only way to do something like Bizarro.
No, for sure. But I'm saying that line specifically is there because if they don't say a little more bizarre, then people, the fanboys are like, well, it's not really Bizarro. Because they didn't say anything, they didn't say anything. It's not the same thing. But because they say the line a little more bizarre, they're like, oh, it's Bizarro.
Yeah.
Bizarro.
Yeah.
That's why that line is there.
That's why that line is
The line is there to be like, get excited, dorks.
Get it.
This is Bizarro.
Yes. Correct. Oh, it sucks. It's
bad. It's bad.
Clark and Bizarro have an intense brawl that shakes the structure. The damage to the dam destroys a large water pipe and starts to flood the facility. Lionel arrives just in time to use green kryptonite on Bizarro. Bizarro seems to absorb the radiation of the green kryptonite, turning it into a clear crystal similar to Lana's neutralized necklace. But this process only seems to make him stronger. All right, so we have something here. Something with the opposite.
Bizarre. It's
pretty bizarre.
That would happen.
It's pretty bizarre.
A little more bizarre.
He throws Lionel against a grate, knocking him unconscious, pinned under the rubble in a rapidly flooding dam. Clark and Bizarro super speed towards each other. The whole dam rumbles as Clark is thrown out the side, and Bizarro flies after him. In flight, Bizarro's face transforms into a chalk-white, steel-like visage, which I get is a little like kind of... Bizarro's kind of pale.
Yes, that's true.
But it's not like, but it's still not Bizarro. It's not what Bizarro looks like.
Oh, they're kind of, they're like, it looks kind of, it's kind of bizarre.
It's kind of.
How much better would this episode have been if instead of that line during the fight, they played the song How Bizarre? How bizarre? How bizarre? That would have been the best episode award.
That would have been the opposite of I'm Like You, just a little more bizarre. That would have been the opposite of
Yes,
that.
yeah.
That would have been as
Totally,
good
just it's
as
subtext.
This Is
How
Bad.
bizarre, how bizarre. Just it's playing on a stereo. One of the security guards had a stereo. They were playing. They got killed. The music's going.
Be fucking great. I'm looking at the notes here. Lois finds out the coordinates of the numbers that Wes was saying. In reality, they lead to a location just outside of Kansas City, the most probable location for Smallville's metropolis. Okay. Lana is the second main character after Lex in season 5's Vessel to discover Clark Kent's secret in a season finale. The French-Canadian woman tries to kill the Phantom by boiling her father's t-shirt on the stove. This is a common practice in folklore to burn the clothes of a person who was wearing them who got possessed for deliverance from the spirit. Interesting.
Huh.
Martian Manhunter reveals that he's been watching Clark from a distance for his whole life. While the episode does not go into detail, it's possible that, with Martian Manhunter being a shapeshifter, Oh, shut up.
Also, if you were watching this whole time, you got some splaining to do, buddy. Because we had some crises
seriously.
you could have helped us out with.
This is the 4th season that finished with the credit "to be continued." Simultaneously, this is the 7th episode, which culminates with this expression. The other episodes were Tempest Calling, Exile, Commencement, Oracle, Vessel, and Salvation. This is the last episode featuring Annette O'Toole in the role of Martha Kent as a regular cast member. Gosh golly, not a lot going on in this one, man.
This is the worst finale we've had yet, right?
Absolutely.
I don't remember thinking that at the time necessarily, but this run through, this has to be.
I don't remember hating this season when I watched it.
No, we were up in Vancouver where they were filming it, and we were
right. I don't think I saw this one till DVD, really, after Vancouver. But, yeah, not good. Not good.
Tough. Bring on season 7, baby. Of course, we have to do our awards show in which no awards will be given.
Is that an option?
It's a competitive race for worst episode this year.
Yeah.
Probably.
Man. All right. Yeah. You know what? This is gonna be a good one. I was a little like, do we even have to do the fucking wrap up episode? We do. It's gonna be good. So yeah, we're gonna do a wrap up episode. Probably, I'm not sure when that'll come out. That might be January. We might get that out before December ends. I don't know. Let's see here, and then I think we have an idea for a little break. I think just a 1 episode little break. But we'll see where we get with that. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you're still sticking around, it's amazing that you are. We were so grateful. If you could leave a review or a rating on your podcasting app of choice, or like follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts.
We will rise again.
Hey,
like a phoenix.
We will rise again. We'll get the morale back up. And hey, there aren't a lot of podcasts out there that aren't trying to fucking clip into goddamn 13-second TikToks, man. This is genuine, real fucking around for nobody. There's a purity to that. And if you appreciate that purity, you should tell a friend.
It's true art.
That's art, baby. Art is 2 fucking friends mostly not enjoying the show they're watching.
It will, season 7. Come on, it's gonna shock us.
I hope so. Brother, I hope you're right. Zach, do you have a question for the Smallville gods?
Yeah, is season 7 gonna actually end up being better than season 6?
Good night, everybody.